Okay, I'm going to be showing you the difference between tapping the A button and just holding the A button. Your speed increases dramatically when you start tapping the A button about 4 to 5 times per second. So here's just holding it. Gets up to about 60. Alright, so now I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to go this way now, but now I'm going to tap it about 4 to 5 times per second. See how it gets up to about 65. Now, it doesn't seem like much, but once you start adding in bananas and start going on boosts at different speeds, it really adds up. So you definitely want to be tapping the A button around 4 to 5 times per second. I'm sure you heard what the speed that I was going at. Alright, so now I'm going to show you the concept of drifting. Now, in most cases, drifting is actually a lot faster. I'm going to show you on this turn, and just watch the speedometer. I'm not going to drift for the first time. Now you can see it's about a steady 90, maybe a little bit more. Now I'm going to go back, and I'm going to do that exact same thing. Now just keep your eye on the speedometer. But now I'm drifting, and now I'm getting up into the 120s, or it's getting near 120. So for that, for those particular turns where there's no boosts or anything, then it's definitely a lot faster to do that. But it kind of goes by a case-by-case basis, because there are some areas, like this boost coming up next here, in which when you drift, it kind of kills your boost speed. I'll show you just exactly what that is. See, I'm going to boost, and when I start drifting, it kind of kills the speed a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell if you're inexperienced, but now I'm going to show you with it without pressing R and drifting. And you keep the speed a little bit more. It's really hard to notice, but it is just that little more bit of speed that gains the seconds here and there. So it's kind of an important thing. You will see that on a case-by-case basis with the course tutorials, so just keep that in mind. Alright, so in some instances after you use a boost, it's faster to make a quick turn with only R and B instead of pressing A, because when you press A after a boost, it instantly kills that boost that you just had. So I'm going to show you just a little example of that with this sharp turn on Haunted Woods that still kind of annoys me to this day, but it's just something I have to deal with. Okay, so once we approach this, we know we have a left turn coming up. So once I hit this boost, I'm going to go really fast, and I'm going to need to turn to the left quickly and sharply. So I'm going to press A, B, and R, and I'll show you kind of how it kills the speed. See how I immediately killed the boost. So now I'm going to go back. I accidentally got a banana. That won't make much of a difference. 2 even doesn't make much of a difference. Okay, so now as I go back over here, try to get a better one. There we go. See how you keep that speed a lot more than if you were to press A and B together. So that's just something that will also happen in a few courses, but you won't have to worry about it too much. Okay, so one of the more important things is to remember to let go of the A button on every zipper. There are only a few exceptions for this. This increases your boost exceptionally, and you gain a ton of speed from doing it. So let me get to the zipper real quick. And once you get there, right before you hit the zipper, you just want to let go of A and not even touch it. You're not going to start tapping A again until TT starts slowing down, which is about when the dust starts coming out of him. About now. Do the same thing again. Start tapping. Same thing. Okay, so here's one of the exceptions. We have this zipper coming up, but we also have a sharp turn. Now, if we go too fast, it's going to be really hard to make the turn, and it's going to be hard to judge. So what I usually do, and it doesn't even waste that much time, is I hold the A button, or I tap it if I'm feeling maybe a little riskier. But for now, I'm just going to hold it so that I still get the boost, but I have control on the next turn. So I held it there, and now I still have that control on that turn. Now, if you want to be risky and go for the letting go of A on there, be my guest, but it's very hard to control that turn. So that's basically how you want to control zippers. There's other spots where you don't want to let go of the A button, such as Haunted Woods at the end, but those you will see in the track tutorials, so there you go. Alright, so this is something small but important. If you're on terrain that's not the track, and sometimes you get stuck on here, or sometimes you need to go on here, like cutting across the Taj challenge for the car on the grass, you actually want to hold the A button instead of tapping, because you slow down if you start tapping on terrain that's not the track. So here's a little example of that. I'm going to hold it, and now when I start tapping, it gets slower. And now when I hold it again, it speeds up. So that's just something little, but it makes a difference if you get stuck, or like I said, if you need to go on the grass for some reason.